Hello, my name is Lorraine Lacey, and I'm the Director of Global Crisis Response at Workplace Options. And today I have with me Dr. Kenneth Thigpen, who is Vice President of Crisis and Specialty Services at Workplace Options. Dr. Kenneth, due to the recent events, many organizations are looking for a way to support their employees. Can you share with me a little bit why an organization should obtain a rapid response critical incident hotline?
Yeah, sure. Great question, Lorraine. Many organizations should consider purchasing a rapid response critical incident hotline, either when there has been a traumatic event that is affecting their workforce, or when there has been an incident that requires immediate emotional support. As you said, companies should definitely think about having or providing psychological support to their individuals. And so this is one great way to be able to do that. One thing to note is that hotlines are temporary solutions. And then if there's still more support needed, companies would want to kind of seek a more permanent solution. And I think what companies will start to see either from their employees is that, they're not going to want to come to work. Maybe their absenteeism is increasing. Maybe they're more stressed, overwhelmed, they're concerned. There's anxieties that they're having. And so when you see more of those behaviors that you haven't seen before, companies definitely want to implement a hotline to be able to provide that psychological well-being to their employees.
Dr. Kenneth, can you share with me what experiences participants can expect when they call into the hotline?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So participants first can expect to have a 24/7 live answer by a professional clinician. What we will do when they call in is calls typically take about 60 minutes on average. It could be a little more, it could be a little less, but ultimately what you will find is that we want to provide the support to the individual. Participants have the preference to either use SMS, phone, or email. We like to provide different ways to be able to access the service based upon their needs. We're also going to do a risk assessment. We want to ensure the safety and well-being of all participants that are calling in, so we will do that. And part of having that conversation with individuals, it's providing those practical strategies, those practical interventions. And so not only do we want people to feel helped, heard, and cared for, but we want them to be able to hang up with practical tips to be able to take them through whatever situation they're going through.
Okay, thank you. Can you share a little bit about the support available to managers?
Yes, and so in these times of change, again, we typically see different behaviors and different situations, and so we want to provide unlimited support to either our managers or HR personnel. And so we have a distribution list where managers or HR personnel can email into. It's managerconsult@workplaceoptions.com, and we are able to offer support to those managers for a variety of reasons. Due to recent events, many companies have moved to a completely remote or completely virtual workforce. And so maybe there's some advice or suggestions that managers would like around that. It could also be around, overall, how do I continue to build staff morale? And so all situations can be, some are proactive, some are a little bit more reactive, where maybe some companies are having to go through layoffs or redundancy, and managers might want support around that. And so any type of support that managers might need as they're going through changes or traumatic events, we're there to provide that support to them.
Okay. Now, recently we've heard domestic violence has been discussed as being on the increase. Has Workplace Options seen that as well?
Currently, Workplace Option has not seen a surge in domestic violence cases. Of course, they are situations that we have experienced over the course of our tenure in business. But again, right now, we have not seen an increase or a surge. But I think, research is pointing to, and based upon current situations, that there is the possibility that we could see more domestic violence cases. And that's because there's more stress. Family dynamics have definitely changed, where previously you might have two partners that are going to their respective work environments, and then there's maybe errands to run, and then there's maybe picking up the children and doing activities. And so there was less time together at home. But now there's more and more time together at home where there's more stressors. That could be because, one of the partners have lost their job, and so now income is a situation or an additional stressor. Parents are now becoming, teachers overnight, where, they've never had to do that on this level or this magnitude. And so when you think about all the additional stressors that are leading to an event, it is causing a different challenges or different behaviors that maybe partners have not seen before. And so I think that's some of the reasons why we might start to see an increase. And so how WPO handles those situations is, first, part of that risk assessment that I talked about earlier is we want to do our risk assessment, of course, to ensure their safety, but we also want to provide support to individuals while offering a safety plan. And safety plans can include, the natural supports that they already have within their realm and atmosphere, or it could be paid or professional supports in their local community. And so we want to ensure they have all the needs that they need and resources that they need in order to be safe while still offering support to them.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time this morning, Dr. Kennett.
Absolutely.
Much appreciated.